You're fulfilling your destiny.
You do not yet realize your importance.
I want you to join me.
Hi guys, and welcome to Star Wars Temple. I think we all loved seeing the Luke Skywalker of the original trilogy back in full-fledged Jedi Master action in the Mandalorian season finale. But something I've been wondering lately is, did Luke use Darkseid Force powers on his journey as a Jedi? And specifically, did he use the dark side of the Force to eventually take down Darth Vader himself? In Return of the Jedi, we see Luke using Force Choke on the Gamorreans at Jabba's palace, much like he used Force Crush in the season finale of The Mandalorian, which would have been around 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Now, both Force Choke and Crush are considered Darkseid Force powers, so why is Luke so prone to use them, even when he seems in control of his emotions? I mean, aren't Jedi supposed to lean on the light side at all times? Let me know what you guys think could be the explanation for this. One thing's for sure, Luke did strike down Vader in anger. And remember, that is after Luke pulled his lightsaber to him, trying to strike down Palpatine moments before. Now, I believe the answer can be found in going back to Luke's training. Remember, Luke didn't have a chance to be trained as a youngling, and when he finally did train on Dagobah with Yoda, he ended up leaving against the advice of his old master.
You must complete the training.
I can't keep the vision out of my head. They're my friends. I gotta help them.
So even though he came so far as a Jedi, I think the lack of training on Dagobah back then meant that he could still more easily than some other Jedi Masters get caught up in his emotions. This is of course also why we love Luke, because he's such a complex character, from the beginning when he's complaining about trivial tasks, up until the very end when he's confronting his own father, Darth Vader. Now, speaking of that, remember that on Dagobah he was also, at least through the Force, confronted by Vader. So when he was finally face to face with Vader on the Death Star, you can understand why he was overcome with emotions, remembering back to that initial meeting in the Cave of Evil in the swamp, as it's called. Anger took over Luke, and with the anger came additional power. Power that made Luke able to overcome Vader with hit after hit, only relenting when he realized that his father had suffered the same fate as himself. Now, what's interesting is that Luke wasn't overcome by the dark side, as he quickly gave up on the anger and thought better of it. But in that moment, in Jabba's palace and in The Mandalorian, he is still able to summon powers most would consider to be
Unnatural.
He's able to be a Jedi that can sometimes pull on the dark side without completely being given over to it. So how can Luke seemingly wield Darkseid Force powers to his will and yet not succumb to the dark side? Tell me what you guys think the reason for this is below. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.
You have only begun to discover your power. Join me. With our combined strength, we can bring order to the galaxy.